Welcome to a simple guide on why nations fail. In this talk, we'll explain why some countries become rich while others stay poor. The answer just isn't about having oil, gold, or great land. Instead, it's about something called institutions. Why Nations Fail was written by Daron Acemoglu and James A. Robinson, two brilliant economists who even won the 2024 Nobel Prize in Economics for their work. Their book explains that the rules a country sets up, its institutions, are the real reason behind its success or failure. What are institutions? Imagine you're playing a game. The game has rules that decide who wins, who plays fair, and how the points are scored. In a country, institutions are like those game rules. They include the system of laws, customs, and practices that decide how power is shared and how people work together. Here are some examples of institutions. Legal and political institutions. For example, the US Constitution sets rules on how the government works and protects people's rights. In countries like Germany, strong legal systems ensure fairness in courts and help protect individual freedoms. Economic institutions. These are rules that help businesses grow. For example, clear laws about property rights and contracts make it safe for people to invest money. Singapore is a good example of a place with very clear economic rules that have helped it become a major business hub. Social institutions. These include schools, traditions, and cultural norms. In Finland, for example, a strong education system and a culture of trust and cooperation have helped the country achieve great success. Two types of institutions. According to Acemoglu and Robinson, there are two types of institutions: inclusive and extractive. Inclusive institutions. These are like fair game rules that let everyone have a chance to win. They give most people the opportunity to learn, work, and start businesses. Example, in South Korea, after the Korean War, the government built great schools and encouraged new ideas. This led to the creation of huge companies like Samsung and Hyundai. In the United States, strong property rights and fair laws help people start their own businesses and invest in their future. In Finland, high-quality education and social support let almost everyone reach their full potential, making it one of the happiest and most successful countries in the world. Extractive institutions. These are like unfair game rules that help only a few people. They are set up so that a small group takes most of the money and power, leaving others with little chance. Example, in Venezuela, even though the country has lots of oil, a small group controls most of the wealth. This has led to economic troubles and political chaos. In North Korea, strict government control means that only a few people benefit, while most citizens live in poverty. In colonial Latin America, European powers set up rules to take as much wealth as possible from the locals, leaving many countries struggling even today. Let's look at some of the real-life stories that show how institutions make a difference. Nogales, a tale of two towns. Nogales is a town that is split by an international border. In Nogales, Arizona, which is in the USA, strong laws, clear property rights, and good government help businesses grow and improve life for everyone. In Nogales, Sonora, which is on the Mexico side, different rules and weaker institutions make it harder for businesses to succeed and for people to enjoy a high quality of life. Even though these towns share the same name and history, their different rules lead to very different outcomes for their residents. South Korea versus North Korea. Both countries started with the similar conditions, but South Korea built fair rules that helped it become a leader in technology and business. North Korea, with its unfair and strict rules, has fallen behind, showing just how important good institutions are. Botswana, which is a success story in Africa. Botswana is a great example. Despite being in a region where many countries face challenges, Botswana used its diamond wealth wisely. The government invested in education, healthcare, and infrastructure, building a strong, inclusive society that benefits everyone. Singapore, from fishing village to global hub. Singapore transformed from a small fishing village into one of the world's busiest ports and a major financial center by establishing clear, fair economic rules and a strong legal system. Finland, education and equality. Finland's investment in education and social welfare has created an environment where almost everyone can succeed. This has helped make Finland one of the happiest and most prosperous. So now you must be wondering, what stops nations from implementing fair, inclusive institutions? Even when fair rules seem like the best way to make everyone successful, many nations struggle to put them in place. Here's why. Powerful elites, often the people who already have power and wealth, do not want to change the rules. They benefit from the current system and fear that fair rules might reduce their control and income. Example, in some countries, those in power resist change because they know that fair rules will allow more people to challenge their control. Historical inertia. Many countries have been using the same set of rules for a long time. Changing these rules is difficult because traditions and long established systems are hard to break. For example, in colonial Latin America, they still struggle with old rules that favor a small elite, even though those rules were set up hundreds of years ago. Fear of change. Change can be risky. People may worry that altering the rules could lead to uncertainty and instability, even if long-term outcome would be better. In some nations, leaders and citizens alike are hesitant to reform old institutions because they fear the unknown. Vested interest. Sometimes entire groups and organizations have a lot to lose if the rules change. These groups can use their power to block reforms and maintain the status quo. In certain countries, businesses and political groups that benefit from extractive institutions lobby hard against changes that would spread the wealth more evenly. How do institutions affect a country? Institutions shape the way people act and work together. When rules are fair, people try new ideas, they start businesses, invent new products and learn new skills because they know hard work will pay off. Imagine a garden where every plant gets enough water and sunlight, everything flourishes. The country grows. When more people succeed, the whole country improves. It's like a team where everyone has a chance to score, making the whole team stronger. But when the rules are unfair, few people try. If only a few people benefit, most might not try to start a business or learn new skills. It's like a game where only one person wins every time. The country struggles, the whole society suffers because potential is wasted, much like a garden where only a few plants get nutrients while the rest wither away. Why it matters? The big lessons from why nations fail is that a country's future depends on the rules it sets up. Fair, inclusive institutions give everyone a chance to succeed. Unfair, extractive institutions let only a few win, leaving the rest behind. Think about your own community. Are the local rules and systems helping everyone get a fair chance? What changes could make things even better for everyone? By understanding and improving our institutions, we can work together to build a future where opportunity and progress are shared by all. Thank you for joining this simple explanation of why some nations succeed while others fail. Remember, it's the rules we live by, the institutions that make the biggest difference. Thank you.